So, uh, so I started to build an application, and I was thinking how to gamify this application, how to gamify this exercise, goal tracking exercise. I tried lots of different goal tracking applications, but they didn't have features I want. I wanted something, like it's kind of, commit to doing something 100 times. I wanted not just counter numbers. I want kind of visualize journey. I want to kind of have a journey, something like it's a journey, right? So it's a journey in new reality. Like I was in a meditation reality, I was in dance reality. Then I was learning Spanish with Duolingo using this. It's another reality, and I started to use this exercise in many different fields. I described all my path in my book, so I just gonna go quicker. So and after some time, so I decided to build my own application. It just, you want this feature and only this feature, and I want mine. I was like, so, and basically I started to build an application with my team, and in the beginning it was difficult because in that time I still had stereotypes about what is gamification. So I wanted to build something cool. I want to kind of visual graphics, powerful visual graphics, something powerful, something engaging like in games. But when I start to learn about how to visualize this, how to build this, and I just realized that it's very expensive. It's very expensive to build this computer game where you kind of with all those special graphics, and you need a team. So I realized it's difficult and expensive. And then after some time, I played games, experimental. I was playing the games, and I'm gonna play the game. I'm gonna play the game, and at the same time, I'm gonna track my progress while I play the game. In some games, management games, you have tracking day 1, day 2, day 3, or just running, and I was running also. But I realized that games, they were so powerful with game mechanics. They were so exciting. They're so engaging that I didn't want to do what I wanted to do. I want to just play the games until I finish this game. And I decided, gamification should be simple. Gamification should not take your attention from what you want to do. Because if you're gonna be super complicated, you can try by yourself. Play the game and connect with what you want to do. And it's difficult. You're gonna more spend time to play the game. That's why game mechanics are very powerful. They grasp our attention. And so I realized that it should be simple. And after I keep tracking my progress, I was using this exercise in many different fields, and I get success in many different areas. I realized that that's it. It's so simple. Let's just keep this exercise. That's it, and make it simple. Let's do flat graphics. Flat graphics, it's cheap. That's why everyone used to use them. It's just cheap, and that's it. And then I start to just build a very simple application. When you just one slide, you drop in background of some landscape. That's it. It's fine. Just track your 100 steps, and that's it. We built an application. And I was thinking I was looking for a name before. It was like 100 Theory, something like this. And only after some time, only after 2 years, was working on this application, thinking about it, the different challenges. I was thinking. I realized that I discovered cool. I found cool metaphor. It's a portal. It's a amazing word, amazing metaphor that fit concept of challenges. When we challenge ourselves, right, we metaphorically enter another reality where we're trying to survive. I mean, like we survived in I survived in meditation portal. I survived in dance portal. It was difficult, but then I survived and get results, right? So it's kind of this metaphor. It's amazing. This is like, wow, this is gamification we're talking about. It's not just track progress. We add in this kind of metaphorical kind of journey in portals. So yeah, and this is how the portals method was discovered. It's a game where you commit to doing something you want 100 times. And the portals method is basically you add in this element of goal tracking, you add in this also another game mechanic of imagination. You sometimes imagine, no, I'm in the portal. It's difficult, but yeah, I'm in the portal. And in application, we drop different illustrations, just remind that you're in the portal. But yeah, at the same time, you're struggling with meditation. It's so difficult to sit without movement, so difficult. And you struggle, but at the same time, you're traveling, you're journeying in the portal. Okay, it's fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna sit one more time. And you just in the portal, you don't survive in the portal, and kind of this metaphor train your mind, and kind of give. I remember it was difficult times. I remind myself, yeah, but I am in the portal. So it's this portal game kind of add evolution to this method. So we add in game mechanics, and I realized that what if I add game mechanics? I kind of have this evolution of the game, and game become more engaging, more powerful. For example, if I take an example of any sport game, for example, we play football, just rules and a team, and let's add goal to win. Let's win, yeah, and then let's add points. Or points with points more fun. Or let's add people, social game mechanic. Or it's even more fun. People watching, cool girls watching, right? It's cool, nice, it's more engaging. And then we add game master, referee, or it's become more serious. And then we add tournaments, it's even better. And then we have rewards, what? And then we have huge industry. And think about it, if you remove at least one game mechanic, everything will just gonna be destroyed. Whole engagement will fall apart. It's like I call it perfect system. Without a battery, car would not go. Think about it. Car. It's lots of elements in a car, but without a battery, no car. just obstacle. The same is with the games. You remove at least one game mechanic, like for example, rules obvious, goals obvious, referee or game master who check rules if you follow rules. That's it. It's just people gonna kill each other. I realized it's when you add game mechanics, it's become more powerful, and then it's become kind of cohesive system that creates something more. What? And I used this and using this knowledge of creating systems in my business. Interesting. So I know that let's just add game mechanics and see what's gonna happen. So this game was commit to doing 100 times. It's a cool game, very unique and very difficult and very powerful, and for someone even fun, right? Because fun, it's not like always haha. For someone to climb Everest is fun. Why? Ask them. Why they spend so much money and risk their lives to climb Mount Everest? Because it's fun for them. So fun is very interesting word. So basically, commit to doing it 100 times. It's a game. But when we add game mechanics of metaphor, it's a portal. And visualization, we kind of add in extra layers that not only create more fun, but also develop your mind. Because I discovered that each game mechanic is like a super artifact that develop your mind. Commitment, challenge you to follow the rules. It's develop your mind. You create rules that are difficult. You challenge, follow your rules, and you develop your mind. Rules are everywhere. They help us to live, and kind of survive. Very powerful game mechanic, right? Rules are everywhere. In nature, rules are everywhere. If you don't believe in power of game mechanics, but I don't think you like when somebody cut you in line, right? So it's and then we have numbers. Numbers are everywhere, right? So right now we're all about numbers. How many followers we have, how much money in bank account, and but then we add another game mechanic, metaphor of portals. A metaphor and portal metaphor creates extra layer when you start to not just track your progress, but also develop your metaphorical thinking, develop your creativity. And I was kind of creative when I started this, but the portals method developed my metaphorical thinking. Before I was watching movies, like some guy describe movies like, oh, this metaphor of this one. I was, how they do it, how they know about these metaphors. And I, after 1 year of using the portals method, tracking progress in application, basically I was working on my stuff and then track my progress in these weird photos that remind me that I'm in a portal and look on these visuals. I develop my metaphorical thinking. So it's like a kids learning how to write or read. Just what is writing letters? It's just abstract. So I discovered that you just do what you do and at the same time track progress and see these metaphorical visuals. You develop in metaphorical thinking. What? The portals method is so huge for humanity. It's before I was thinking it's just a method. Now I know. It's not only me. No, right now we enter in the world when we have another person, him. I call him because in the movie it was her and now him. That you can check. It's a cool structure way that can develop metaphorical thinking, and metaphorical thinking gonna increase your learning speed, and because our minds were kind of learn in metaphorical way the best way possible. So this is we're adding game mechanics, and now we have the portals method. And is this and then we finished the application. It's a web application. When you decide what you want to do and open the portal, you can create your own portals, and then you track your progress. And after some time, I start to share my experience with the portals method, with gamification, and I faced difficulties. I was thinking that, guys, look, it's amazing technology. Look, it's amazing. Now we can travel in new realities. But people were like, this is your idea. I don't want to travel anywhere. I don't want to commit. And I faced difficulties to kind of push this idea forward. And I wanted to people use what I discovered. It was, guys, look, I discovered something. Who cassette is it, right? Whose cassette is it? And it was I cannot make it so people start to use it. And I realized that I discovered amazing technique, gamification, and I want to share with the world this portals method, amazing. But we don't need it. People don't need it. It's so difficult and such to learn about. We don't need anything. It was difficult to sell cars. It was difficult to sell electricity. It was difficult. It was all. We don't need it. And it's how I realized many things. So it's cool to kind of develop your ideas, to share with the world your ideas, and then realize and grow up that we don't need your ideas. And then you're like, what? And I decided to I need some gamification to make gamification more accessible. So I need some more gamification to make gamification more accessible. This is how I created the domain name Portals Academy. It's a gamification to make gamification more accessible. It's a gamification for gamification. So I thinking, I need kind of gamification courses where I'm gonna teach how to use gamification. This is how Portals Academy was discovered. And because I already was in this 100 game, 100 times, do it 100 times, and I was like, okay, cool. we have one challenge. It's a one portal, and I decided maybe someone want to do portal without 100 steps. Maybe somebody said 10 steps in a portal. You can do it. You're free to do. You can create your own portals. But I didn't want to kind of give up 100. It was so cool. This number was so cool. Because of this number, I kind of get it. And it's a cool number because it's 100% of completion. And I explained that 100 is not supposed to be something, it could be, you just can track progress. Some projects was like, I was working on a project and then come back after some time and just 10 steps, 20 steps. It doesn't matter. It's just a number. You can be serious about this number every day, 100 days, or just track progress. And I want to leave this number because 100% of completion. And I was thinking, okay, let's do anyone can create their own numbers, but at least let's do 100 portals. Let's do 100 portals. When they finish 100 portals, they're done. That's it. You don't need to use this method anymore. You graduated from Portals Academy. And then something interesting starts to happen. It's a next story, how Portals Academy was discovered and what is Portals Academy is all about. Let's talk about it. So, we have this exercise, then we add illustrations and we have metaphor of portals. It's the portals method. When we track our progress, it's the portals method. It's developing your mind, metaphorical mind, increased motivation, and other many benefits. So we have this evolution happening. And the same like with any game, when we add more game mechanics, it's become more powerful. And I realized what is happening right now. So it's I adding 100 portals. What is 100 portals means? And because I study gamification, I start to see game mechanics everywhere. I realized, wait a second, educational system, it's a game. It's a system of what? It's a system of game mechanics, right? What's game mechanics? We have rules in schools. We have goal to finish all levels, 10 grades, whatever, 5 years. We have levels, right? We have bosses, challenges. We have obstacles to overcome. We have a game master, teacher who control how students, players follow the rules. Interesting, from Latin, game master or magistro ludus means teacher. That's it, teacher. Teacher is basically who help people follow the rules. Players follow the rules. Some kind of. So educational system, it's a system of game mechanics. And we have points, grades, and so on. In my school a long time ago, we just learning how to use game mechanics. And game mechanics are powerful. In my time, in my school, some teachers, was unconsciously using game mechanic that kind of, not destroy, I try to find a word, could confuse kids. Because we were kids are afraid to get bad grade, lose status. So it's only now I realize that, wow, we need to be careful with game mechanics. It's like we have to be conscious about with game mechanics, because it could be, for kids we just need a little bit. That's it. Long time when I was a kid, we have a class when everyone sing, sing. Kids, we were practicing singing, and a teacher said, "You only on me, don't sing," and I was like. And then for me it was stress, and since then my journey to become a singer, it's a huge journey. Huge. It's like I was always had this voice kind of psychological block. It's just simple thing for kids. The same with gamification. Some in school you have a bad grade and you can be, no, I'm not good anymore, So gamification, you need to be conscious about game mechanics, and right now we kind of learning. And so basically, educational system is a system of game mechanic, So in schools we have 10 grades or levels. In colleges and universities we have 5 levels, so 5 years, so 10 levels, depends. And what is Portals Academy? 100 portals. 100 portals. It's educational system of new generation. For new generation. What? Interesting. Wow. So it was my discovery. That's wow, right? Educational system, Portals Academy. It's educational system. It's great. It's amazing. It's a commit one commitment to finish your 100 personal challenges, and I discovered that this one commitment resolves many problems. Okay, 7 problems. For example, you don't know what to do in life. Commit and see what's gonna happen after 100 portals. You have a goal. You don't know what to choose? Doesn't matter. Any portal is good portal. You just finish 100, whatever. It's your educational system. When I analyzed my path, I was like, my first portal was like simple, stupid project, but because of them, I developed my mind, new neuron paths. Expand my brain, become more fluid. I don't know, and it's become easy to accomplish more complicated projects. So, and that's it. My first project was simple, and only on 30 projects I start to learn music, and only on 66 projects or portal I call it right now. That's I finished my first music album. So it's basically when you commit one commitment to achieve just finish 100 portals, which represent the path or mountain to your next level. It's a philosophical, I would say, truth about that's obvious truth that after 100 your personal challenges, of course you need to do it the conscious, the right way, not just copy, but conscious challenges. You're gonna achieve your next level. You're gonna achieve your next level, and yeah, this is how Portals Academy was discovered. I like this word founder. It didn't create something. He found an idea and just stick with this idea and protect this idea. So yeah, this is how I become founder of Portals Academy, and I found this idea, and yeah. So this is and since then I was trying so hard to explain this idea, to promote it, to get students, and I couldn't. I was already skillful SEO of my IT company, but I faced difficulties. You need to kind of spend money to promotion. I spend money to advertise. People didn't want to challenge themselves. It's so difficult. Why you need to track progress? I don't want to. I want to easy things. So I realized that it's so difficult. It's not just it's education, right? It's not just get quickly result. 100 days. I had users like, what? I don't want to commit. So it was difficult for me, but I was playing. I was using my software by myself. I knew that it's cool. I knew that wow, I'm a kind of a student of Portals Academy, and I play the game. I'm a student of Legendary Portals Academy. It's cool. I'm kind of a student. I just want to finish my 100 portals, but at that time it was kind of both difficult and exciting at the same time, because difficult, I cannot kind of succeed with this project, nobody using it, and I always said that nobody using it, and only me was using it kind of, and it just was kind of stressful also at the same time. Can you imagine, you build a company, you build a project, you put it on the table and nobody using it, nobody care. And for me, for that time, it was kind of stressing, but then COVID started, and it was also interesting time. When COVID started, I was traveling, riding the bike, and I saw how universities was empty, buildings was empty, right? So it's and I realized something huge. Wait a second. So building is just a symbol of educational institution. students still consider yourself students of Harvard, MIT, or other universities without even going in the building. COVID showed me this. Everyone was online, but they still, I'm a Harvard student, But without building, we don't need buildings. So basically, we don't need buildings. What we kind of need buildings, but in COVID, they all were empty. And I realized that's right. We don't need buildings to consider. I don't need buildings to consider myself a student of someone. And I don't need someone write me something. I don't know, a document that I'm a student of legendary Portals Academy, and it's something huge happened. It's huge insight that came to my mind, and I went to a park when I usually for many years was walking, and this park they have a beautiful view on a beautiful building like a castle, and I was always thinking, wow, it's so cool. This building is so beautiful. Why schools not look like this? Why schools not look like castles, like fantasy? Like schools look like prisons, with this basically like prisons, like it's. And I was thinking, wow, I want to be a student of this beautiful building, like it was my imagination. I was I didn't have great educational experience in my university. It was just kind of unconscious, boring, and I didn't know, kind of just, I don't know, I didn't like it. And I was kind of jealous of people who had this beautiful experience in Harvard, MIT, or in other universities. So basically, I kind of had this feeling that I missed something. And then on that day, after I got this insight about that we don't need buildings, and I had this already experience in gamification. So I was staying in the same place that I came many years, and I look at this building, and I was like, wow, I can imagine. I just can imagine that I'm a student of a legendary Portals Academy. A legendary because I created for myself, and this Portals Academy legendary because you create your challenges, you create it's for yourself, and I can imagine that I'm a student of the legendary Portals Academy. And this building, this park, it's a campus. I'm staying in the campus. I don't need to get inside this building. I don't need to. I just can stay here. I just can walk and just enjoy. Doesn't matter. I can go to my room and I'm gonna consider it as a dorm. Can I? Yes, I can. And I start to play this game. It's a game of imagination, and it brings me lots of joy, it's increased my status. I don't need somebody show me paper that's like, you're a student of legend. I become by myself. I decided. I found the shortcut. And and it was since that time I was playing this game. And this game is difficult. It's a game. It's fun. It's difficult at the same time, and not just. I'm a student of Legendary Portals Academy, and you're gonna be like flying superhero. No, it's intricate game. It's a game of two realities that's happening at the same time, and that time that I start to train my mind to understand what is two realities at the same time. Because in when I start to practice the Portals method, it was from the beginning. I was like, okay. In life, you do what you do, and in the portals, you track your progress. Two realities at the same time. And in life, I do what I do, and at the same time, I'm a student of the Legendary Portals Academy because I decided to play this game, and I track my progress in my portals. That's it. And some days I was so excited, some days I forgot. It doesn't matter. Now I know that all this trained my mind and created identity of a student. An identity, not just a student of the Legendary Academy. So it's ambitious. It's very important to be ambitious because what I discovered what is ambition. If you don't want to win the game, it's gonna be boring to play. And when you want to win, it's interesting, right? And ambition is a game mechanic that you can master. For example, and if we can gamify ambition game mechanic, for example, 0, I don't want to do anything. I don't deserve this. zero people like this. Zero. At least we have a little bit of vision. Let's say 25. I want to try. Maybe I want to try a little bit. I'm gonna try a little bit. We'll see what's gonna happen. I want to kind of live comfortably. I want to try, and I tried. If it's not comfortable, I'm gonna give up. Ambition 25, and then we have ambition 50. I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna give up until 100 times. I want to figure out things. So basically, the Poros method, it's ambition on 50. And then we have ambition 75, when you're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna achieve my dream no matter what. I'm gonna commit, right? So it's achieve my dreams no matter what. And we have ambitious 100, which is dangerous zone. Dangerous. Some people, I realize that the game mechanic could be dangerous. Yes. It's very powerful. They're very powerful. Goals are very powerful. Without goals, people are unhappy. No goals, it's a way to become addicted to something not healthy. So basically, ambitious goal, it's you need to master this game mechanics. And if you go very ambitious, it could you lose yourself. So yeah, and but the Poros Academy 100 Poros, it's ambition game, but and you learn how to play this game. Into 100 Poros. Wow, it's ambitious. But at the same time, I discovered that more ambitious, more effective mind training. It's you higher goals, more ambitious. You kind of open up your mind to learn new things. It's like you're not just born in a low class family. You are emperor. You're born in emperor family. You're part of the royalty, and when princess and princess or prince there was born in a royal family, they already know that they're high level, and they was kind of preparing themselves to study and grow, right? So I realized this that it's basically so you're not just a student, you're a student of the legendary academy. It's high level, high status, accessible for free, and this is huge. But this is technology. I call it right now technology that need to kind of, it's modern technology, right? It's not just device click. It's understanding, it's practice, it's like acting, right? So basically, it's bringing acting techniques into daily life, because it's like on a green screen. You need to, in a green screen, it's two realities. In reality, they shoot in movies, but in a green screen, they imagine that it's really happening. So it's kind of like this, but you imagine this is really a student, but at the same time, you kind of play in this, your life. And two realities at the same time, this is how I discovered this concept, and I have a play, it's called Two Realities, a one-man show. So if you're interested, you can sign up someday. Maybe I'm gonna visit your city. Maybe just sign up on an email list. I'm gonna visit your city with this show. It's basically a gamified theatrical class about gamification. Yeah, in Two Realities, it's a huge concept. Understanding two realities at the same time. We're all living this concept. We all body. We're just a body. Just whatever, a beautiful, ugly back with skin, with different organs, somehow function just life, incomprehensible life. Nobody knows how to explain this. We have words, but nobody knows what is just life. We have a name for body, but body is something's miracle. It's what is body? It's a miracle. And but at the same time, we have another reality where we play games, because in this reality we follow rules like in games, we have goals like in games, we gain experience like in games, we grow by levels like in games, we play roles like in games. So I call it game reality. So we live kind of in two realities at the same time. One reality as it is, incomprehensible, just body, but at the same time we achieve different goals. We learning, we growing, we investigating, and we all learning here. I remind you, we're all learning here. Galaxy is huge. We're all learning here, and yeah, and basically understanding these two realities helped me to discover this beautiful concept. Beautiful, it's called two realities at the same time. We're happening to realities at the same time. And what does it mean? It means that dream big and don't attach at the same time. Dream big and let go. Dream big and let go. And it needs time to practice. I was building a company. I already discovered this concept, and when I built another company, I was like, no, it's gonna be ambitious. I want to impress myself. I'm gonna dream big consciously. I'm gonna improve. I'm gonna put ambitious on 100. It's gonna be more fun. And I was working on the project, and yes, it's really it's working. Put ambitious on 100, and after some time, you're gonna be, wow, the results are great. And also changing how you operate. Before I was trying to save money, and now I started to, okay, let's find another guy, and together. So we've built a great product, and I was like, wow, it's amazing, and it was successful because I wanted to not just build. It's so cool that I like it, and I want to keep improving it. So ambitious worked, but after some time it was bugs, again problems, and it was because you keep ambitious so high, it's kick you. Oh no, so difficult. But you again remember, no, let go, and again ambitious, let go, and again ambitious, let go, and again ambitious. So this is powerful technique. It takes time. What I share, it's very intricate techniques, intricate technology, but very powerful. Yeah. So basically, and yeah. So then I gonna share my story about how I was basically playing the game. What's happening inside my Portals Academy for me, and I'm gonna share my insights in the next part. Let's do it.